Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Now we are going to see the next concept in solid state drives, unit number 5. The concept name: design procedure of speed controller with inner current controller of a separately excited DC motor. From the question, we could identify one thing. Here we are going to design the speed controller, but current controller should be placed into that speed controller, that is inner current controller of a separately excited DC motor. So in previous classes we have studied what is current controller design by using P controller and PI controller. Now we are going to exhibit speed controller design. So if any machine speed is being controlled, the sense there must be some changes in their voltage and current. Here the same procedure we are following. We are giving, that is, armature voltage to the motor. How the armature voltage is given? That is first question. And second question, at what basis the armature voltage is given? So we must know one thing. Before entering into concept, we must give two inputs and we are taking one feedback. What are the two inputs? First input, that is single phase AC supply, that is given, and based on that single phase AC supply the machine is running, the motor is running. That is first one. And second one, here reference speed. Even though we are giving the supply to the motor, based on this reference only how much speed should be obtained here, that is fixed. If you are giving 230 volt AC supply, normally directly if you are giving 230 volt AC supply to the machine run its constant rated speed. But the 230 volt AC supply is controlled by a converter which has a gain as Kc, and then that controlled voltage is given. What basis the controller is working? In the sense there is a firing angle control. How the firing angle is produced? Based on some value. That value is called as reference speed. So if you are taking reference speed as ERS, main supply single phase AC supply, the reference speed how can be performed here? That is, I am starting a machine with the 230 volt AC supply. That machine produces one speed. That speed is compared with a reference speed. Reference speed in the sense what actually I am requiring. This NS is nothing but here what speed actually performing in the machine. If these two speeds are getting compared, if there is any error in that, error in the sense if any difference in that to this two speed, the required speed and actual speed, if there is any difference, then the difference will be obtained here. Based on the difference, the controller is controlling the single phase AC supply, that EA is produced for that appropriate voltage based on this reference signal. So we are giving two inputs, one is single phase AC supply to run the machine, and what basis the single phase AC supply is going to the machine? Based on that reference speed. That speed will be varying. For example, if you want 100 volt or RPM, 1500 RPM, 1100, 1200 RPM, whatever may be, we can give by using this reference signal. So here I am having a speed sensing unit as a tacho generator which will be acting as a feedback collector, and which collect the actual speed from the machine and which is given into the comparator. Then the comparator will produce an error signal. Based on that, the armature voltage is getting controlled. So if the armature voltage is getting controlled, automatically the speed is getting controlled. Our ultimate aim is to control the armature voltage. How the armature voltage is controlled? Based on that error signal. How the error signal is produced? Based on the comparison between the reference signal and the actual signal. This is the flow of our block diagram. So from the block diagram, now we could identify the equation and design procedure of a speed controller. Clear? So now we are going to step by step. This is a cascaded connection. We are having series connection, so we can multiply all the blocks in series 1. So we can multiply into all the blocks and we can make a single block after the simplification. So now we are going for multiply Ks, Kc, Km1, Km2 into 1 plus S tau m. This term, and in denominator we are having this term and this term. So 1 plus S tau m and 1 plus S tau m1. So all the terms are cascaded, so multiplied each other, and now we are simplifying it, and finally we are getting Ks, Kc, Km1, Km2 divided by 1 plus S tau m1. Remaining two terms are getting cancelled. So we are having a simplified equation after that. So this is what our required block diagram. Now from this block diagram we are going to find the transfer function of a output divided by input. So output is N of S and input is E R of S. Some person may ask question that here in first block diagram I have mentioned this is our input, this is our output. So for the clearance I am telling you, this input can't change the speed, but this input can change the speed. So our aim is to find a speed controller in the sense it should change the speed. Then controller, which basis it's working? Based on some changing value. So this input will not change the speed, but this input can change the speed. So we are taking this as output in the sense this reference signal is taking as a input. So now we are taking a reference signal, that is N of S is the output, E R of S is the input. So now I am writing G of S is here and H of S is this. So G of S divided by 1 plus G of S H of S. So G of S divided by 1 plus G of S H of S. So I am just substituting from the block diagram. Okay. From the transfer function we can have this equation of Ks, Kc, Km1, Km2 divided by 1 plus S tau m is a G of S and H of S is Kt. So I am just having the same equation here. And in second step here, the numerator we can take as it is, and for the denominator here 1 plus term is there. So what we'll do, we will take LCM for this denominator alone, then only this term and this term will get cancelled. The equation is furtherly simplified. Simple equation we need. That's why we are going for this actions. So 1 plus this term. So we are taking LCM. That LCM will be 1 plus S tau m, and if you are 1 will be considered as 1 plus S tau m because taking LCM here. So cross multiplication plus Ks, Kc, Km1 and Km2 into Kt. So in numerator and denominator we are having the common term, so we are getting cancel it, and remaining term we are writing as it is. So from this is called as our N of S divided by E R of S. Now, so furtherly we are going to simplify. So what actually going to do? This term, if the entire term will be 1 in the sense, if the entire term will be 1 in the sense, then it will be furthermore simplified equation for us. So we are taking multiplying and dividing by a term. For example, if you are multiplying 2 and divided by 2 in the sense, no changes in this equation. So we are rearranging the equation for our requirement. So we are taking multiplying and divided by this term. So multiplying and divided by 1 plus Ks, Kc, Km1, Km2, Kt in the sense, numerator this term and divided by this term, and denominator this entire term will be 1 because this term divided by this term, this is 1 plus numerator as it is we are writing, and denominator this term we are taking, so this term divided by this term, so it is divided by 1, 1 plus, and remaining term s plus s into tau m1 divided by 1 plus ks kc km1 km2 and kt. Now we are going to give a constant notation for this equation. So numerator will be considered as k1, and in denominator this term except this s, another term will be considered as tau 1. So we are just substituting n of s, e r of s, ks kc km1, this term will be considered as k1, and in denominator 1 plus s as it is we are writing, and remaining term will be tau 1. So k1 is equal to ks kc km1 divided by 1 plus ks kc km1 km2 and kt, and tau n, that is tau 1 is the same, tau m1 divided by 1 plus s kc km1 km2 kt. So already we know that the comparative statement, that is next step, what actually we are going to do in comparative statement. If you are having the multiplication of all the gain value of individual elements, if you are multiplying all the gain values, then it should not be a 1 more than that of 1, not equal to 1. More than that, a huge value will be obtained here. So if the huge value will be added with 1, in the sense there must not be any major difference. If 10,000 added with 1, in the sense 10,001, that should not be a major difference. So we are just eliminating this 1 from this term, then furthermore easily simplifying the equation. So k1, this 1 is eliminated, so remaining ks kc km1 km2 divided by 1 is eliminated, so ks kc km1 km2 kt, ks cancel, kc km1 km1 kmt km2, so the k1 is equal to 1 divided by kt, this term will be obtained. And for the tau 1 also, we are just eliminating this one because this term will not give major difference in 1 plus 1, so we are having eliminating this one, so remaining term tau m1 divided by ks kc km1 km2 and kt. These two terms are the simplified equation from the first stage of our speed controller design. Then from the block diagram we could identify one thing, n ia of s divided by n of s, that is 1 plus s tau m1 divided by km2. Already we know that n of s divided by er of s is k1 divided by 1 plus s tau, still before we have derived this equation. So already we studied that ia of s divided by n of s is 1 plus s tau m1 divided by km2. Now we are having this equation. So what actually we know, from the error signal input there must be a change in current. So that may be the output of a controller, and the error signal is the input of the controller. From this section we can say here the speed controller takes place. Still now we have derived a general equation, what the error signal is given, and based on that speed is getting changed. Now we are narrow beam the equation, going to find the speed controller of a machine. So speed controller, in the sense a speed controller, error signal is the input, and from the speed controller the appropriate armature current will be the output. So armature current is output and error signal is the input. So these to be the transfer function of a speed controller. Now we are going to design a speed controller with the previous study. So now already we studied what is n of s divided by er of s, and then ia of s n of s. So these two values are substituted here, n of s er s k1 1 plus s tau 1, and ia of s divided by n of s is 1 plus s tau m divided by km1. From this equation we could study that ia of s is equal to this, er of s is taken to this next right side, so k1 1 plus s tau m divided by km2 1 plus s tau 1 into er of s. Now in this equation we need to identify one term. What is that? In this equation, this er of s, the error signal, randomly we should not give. We are giving a step signal into the speed controller as a reference signal. So we are taking as a step signal, in the sense er of s will be rewritten as er divided by s. Okay. So now er of s is nothing but er divided by s as a step signal. So we are taking er of s is equal to er divided by s, just substituting this er of s as er divided by s. So the term is rearranged, k1 er divided by km2, and this 1 plus s tau m divided by 1 plus s tau 1. So now the numerator and denominator are multiplied with a single term km2 tau 1 for simple consideration, because we need to know what are the terms we are having. So km2 here, and one more term tau 1 is there, so this term is taken multiplying and dividing part. So for that second next step, simplifying equations, we need to know. For that we are going for these steps. So now just multiplying k1 er into 1 plus s tau m divided by km2 tau 1, and for the denominator km2, and these terms are getting multiplied. S tau 1 here we are taking s here, this tau 1 in the sense we are taking tau 1 in these two terms. So 1 plus s tau 1, if I am taking tau 1 here from this place, if I am taking tau 1 to out, this tau 1 is out, then remaining term will be s plus this s tau 1 is, if you are taking out in the sense here s tau 1 is there, so remaining term is only tau 1. So these are the simplified notation here. So we are taking that term, and finally we are having the a of s is nothing but this term is getting cancelled, remaining s alone is there. So in numerator we are taking k as one constant, so k is nothing but k1 kr er divided by km2 tau 1, remaining term 1 plus s tau m divided by 1 plus s into s plus tau m. Okay, so now already we have one s here, so this s will be s square. So in this s only one s will be getting cancelled, so remaining s will be taken into the account. Okay, from the equation k 1 plus s tau m divided by s plus s into s plus 1 by tau 1, this is our third stage of this derivation. Now we are going to find the partial fraction for that given equation. So we are taking the denominator, we are having two stages. So first, just by the partial fraction we can have a b section, so a divided by s plus b divided by s plus 1 tau 1. So the above this equation, if you are taking the LCM, a the cross multiplication, so a into s1 s plus 1 tau 1 plus b into s. So denominator we are having s into s plus 1 tau 1. Again here also we are having s into s plus 1 tau 1. So both getting cancelled, so remaining terms like this. So first in partial fraction we are putting the opposite section. Any one section should be getting 0, or this section or this section. For this section, if you are wanted to put 0 in the sense, this to be a minus 1 divided by tau n, then the equation a terms will be getting 0, they will be finding the b value here. So now substituting s equal to minus 1 divided by tau 1, so k1 minus of already s is there tau m divided by tau 1, so is equal to a into, for this s we are substituting minus 1 divided by tau 1 plus 1 divided by tau 1, both getting cancelled as 0. Then b is equal, b into s's term is minus tau 1, so just having these two terms alone, and for this term we are getting the from these two terms we are going for LCM for this term. So tau 1 is a common one, so LCM is tau 1, so remaining term tau 1 minus tau m divided by tau 1 is equal to minus of b divided by tau 1. So both side tau 1 is getting cancelled, so b is equal to k into tau 1 minus tau m. So similarly for the second stage of this partial fraction, that is p is equal to, that we are substituting s equal to 0. So if you are substituting s equal to 0 in this above equation, if you are substituting s equal to 0 in the sense, the b term will be getting 0, remaining terms a into 1 divided by tau 1 is equal to k. So this term will be obtained here, k is equal to a into 1 divided by tau 1. So from this term we could identify that a is equal to k into tau 1, just substituting this a value and b value in this standard our partial fraction equation. So just substituting a of s is equal to A term is k tau 1 divided by s plus b term k into tau 1 minus tau 1 divided by s plus tau 1. So now we are taking Laplace transform here. That is the fourth stage of this equation. That in Laplace transform, if you are taking Ia of s as Laplace transform, is Ia of t is equal to, this term will be considered as, because this is our constant, so we are taking 1 divided by s. The Laplace inverse transform will be giving s, that is 1 plus k into tau 1 divided by s plus 1 divided by tau 1. So which term will be getting 1 divided by s plus 1 tau 1 in the sense, in terms of 1 divided by tau 1, e power minus 1 divided by tau 1 into t. So this term e power minus 1 divided by tau 1 into t. This term, if you are taking Laplace transform for this equation, then this term will be 1 divided by s plus 1 tau 1. So now just taking this term as inverse Laplace transform, so we are getting e power minus t divided by tau 1. Remaining terms as it is constant. So now we are comparing tau m is not equal to tau 1, because if the tau m is considerably tau 1, it is major big one. So we are just neglecting tau 1 here. The remaining term Ia of t is equal to k tau 1 plus, here the tau m is getting alone and tau 1 will not be equal, we will not consider this. So plus k into tau m into e power minus t divided by tau 1. So if you are considering the steady state reaching point, where the steady state will be reached if the machine is started at t is equal to 0, we couldn't find, because based on the load value what we are applying, based on that load value only the machine will be reaching its steady state position. So how the machine can be identified, this point the machine will be reaching into the steady state, we couldn't identify. So we are all taking that point as infinite one. So infinite one, the steady state operation takes place. So just put the t, time is equal to infinite one. So I is infinite in the sense this in terms time, that is no t terms alone will be obtained. This t term will be getting 0. So if Ia of infinite is equal to k into tau 1. So if the machine performed in terms of time and in this infinite time, if you know these two terms, then we can finding the normalizing one. So what is time, what is infinite one? So what is time and what is in infinite one? Just we are putting these two terms in here, because here k into t1 is there, remaining term k is there. So if you are taking k alone outside, so tau 1 plus tau 1 minus tau 1 e power minus t divided by tau 1 the whole divided by tau 1. So this is our simplified equation. From this equation, tau 1 is we are having common to both terms. So 1 plus tau m minus tau 1 e power minus t tau 1 divided by tau 1. So that is a last step we are having here. So if there is any small changes in ER, that is a reference signal, if any small changes in RER results a major decay in the current. So these are the speed controller design in separately excited DC motor. Thank you.